Hello and welcome guys to a new episode on SportPredictorFanatic. Today we're going to predict the second round of the Eredivisie, as of course the first round has been done. And as you may have seen, I did pretty well in the first round. I don't know how I did in total, but I know that from the bet I did that I showed on video that I made profit. I made profit of 30 euros, which is of course not bad. I put in 10, go by 40. Not too bad. If it happens every weekend, I'm gonna be buzzing. Of course it doesn't, but I would be really happy. But yeah, for now, let's get into round number 2. We're gonna start off this weekend with Fortuna Sittard against Almere. Fortuna Sittard last week surprisingly actually won against Go Ahead Eagles with 2-0. To be fair though, I think Go Ahead Eagles were a little bit better in this match, and they didn't make their chances. And Fortuna did this perfectly though. Almere on the other hand lost 1-0 to AZ, having received 2 red cards. Gonna be honest, really stupid from them, like really stupid. But yeah, last season these two actually played each other 3 times. Twice Fortuna Sittard won with 2-1, and one time it was a 0-0 draw. I think that due to the red cards and this if with the suspension for 2 players that normally would be in the front 11. I think Fortuna Sittard is going to win this match. And the odds for that actually is 1.75. Then we have Heerenveen against Utrecht. Heerenveen lost actually 1-0 to Ajax last week. I think a fair score. Heerenveen didn't really produce anything attacking wise. While Utrecht actually won at home against PEC Zwolle. Heerenveen should of course have the home advantage here. But with Utrecht this is actually not the case. The last time Heerenveen actually won at home against Utrecht is in 2018, and since then there have been 5 wins for Utrecht and 2 actual draws. But I think these 2 teams are pretty equal in teams. And with that I actually expect that it's going to be a draw. The odd for that is 3.65. Then we go Twente against Sparta. Sparta opened their season with a 0-0 draw against Heracles. I think Sparta was the more dangerous team, but not really that convincing. And Twente actually won their first matchup in the Eredivisie with a 2-1 win against NAC, in I think a pretty close and fun match to watch. But after this they of course played another match to get into the Champions League. This didn't work out for them as they drew, I think 3-3 against Salzburg. And they lost the first match 2-1, so with that they're out. But I actually think they did pretty okay. But the last time Sparta actually won against Twente was in 2020. Since then there have been 5 draws and 5 wins for Twente. And I think with the fact that Twente just has a better team here, I think they're going to win, and the odd for that is 1.54. Then we're going to AZ Alkmaar against NEC Nijmegen. AZ won their first match of the season with 1-0 against Almere. As said earlier, Almere had 2 red cards, but as I didn't say, AZ actually came up 1-0, then AZ got a red card, and then Almere got 2 red cards. So AZ did pretty well, holding up that 1-0 until the red cards, of course. And NEC on the other hand, as said, lost 2-1 to Twente in a closely contested match. These 2 actually played each other 2 times last season, of course, with both actually going to the away team, both wins. So AZ actually won 3-0 in Nijmegen, and NEC actually won 2-1 in Alkmaar. I do think though that this can be a really freaking close matchup, and I think even NEC can win, but I'm gonna be honest, I think AZ will win, and the odds for that is 1.51. Then RKC against Groningen. RKC had a pretty bad start of the season, losing as expected to PSV with 5-1, but the problem was not the score, it was how they got scored on. It was not worthy of top level. So yeah, it was quite bad. Groningen, on the other hand, started really good with a 4-1 win over NAC. Of course, held by a red card for NAC, but still 4-1 win. A really nice start. But actually, the last time Groningen did win this head-to-head was back in 2020. After that, RKC has won 4 times and they drew once. And the last time Groningen won at the RKC Stadium was actually back in 2006. Since then, 4 wins for Waalwijk and 3 draws. With that said, and I think both teams are pretty equal, but I actually do think because of Groningen win last week, I think they're going to be on a high and RKC are going to be on a pretty low. I think Groningen is going to start off good and it's going to win this matchup. The odds for that is 2.85. Then it is Heracles against PSV. Heracles started with a draw against Sparta Rotterdam, while PSV started much better with a 5-1 win, of course, as said, against RKC. Heracles won for the last time against PSV in 2015. Since then, 30 wins and 3 draws in favor, of course, of PSV. I think I can be sure about this with this and just the team they have, they are going to win. PSV is going to win. Odds for that 1.16. Then we have PEC Zwolle against Feyenoord. PEC lost their first round matchup against Utrecht 1-0. Feyenoord actually shockingly drew their first matchup with Willem II with a 1-1. Feyenoord, of course, should have won. They should have just scored, but they just didn't make enough of their chances. So yeah, 1-1 draw. That's like the law of football. If you don't score, the opponent will. So yeah. But yeah, Zwolle's last time they actually won against Feyenoord was in 2019. Since then, there's actually been 10 wins for Feyenoord. And I think Feyenoord will win this matchup. They just have the stronger team. Come on, man. Come on, man. They have to. The odds for that is 1.28. Then it's Willem II against Go Ahead Eagles. Well, as spoken about just yet, they drew against Feyenoord. It felt, of course, like a win for them because they expected 0 points. Let's be fair. And Go Ahead Eagles lost 2-0 against Sittard. I think they were the better team, just had like a scoring problem, let's say like that. And Willem II last time beating Go Ahead Eagles was actually back in 2017, but since then they've only played each other twice and both were actually won by Go Ahead Eagles. I also think Go Ahead Eagles has like the better team compared to Willem II and should win this matchup. And with that, the odd is a 2.32. Then the last matchup is going to be NAC Breda against Ajax. NAC lost the first matchup against Groningen 4-1. As said, red card didn't help. And Ajax did win 1-0. But Ajax, of course, after that did have that grueling match against Panathinaikos for a Europa League spot. They won, of course, on penalties. But it was like a penalty. I think the penalty thing lasted 25 minutes and it was 34, like the 34th penalty was the final one, which is crazy. The last time actually NAC also has like won against Ajax was back in 2008. Since then there's been 17 wins and 4 draws for Ajax. With that said, and just the fact Ajax have like the better team, I think Ajax gonna win. Odd is 1.3. Then we're gonna head into the actual betting part. Then I'm going to choose Fortuna to win, odd 1.75. Heerenveen Utrecht to draw, odd 3.65. Twente to win, odd 1.54. Then Groningen to win, 2.85. Go Ahead Eagles to win, odd 2.32. Those are the 5 matches I'm gonna bet on, and I'm basically gonna do the same as last week, but I think this bet is actually a little bit less risky than the other ones were. Like the other ones are basically. Also like odd-wise, it just is a fact. But with that like said, I'm gonna do the same. But last time I did 0.5 on trebles and 0.5 on doubles, which meant €5, €5. And with that, like pretty risk free. But now what I'm gonna do is, because I'm basically expecting 2 matches to be good, What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 0.4, so 40 cents on the doubles and a little bit more on the trebles because of course there's more profit there. So that's what I've done. I put 0.4 on doubles and 0.6 on trebles. I wasn't sure yet if I should do trebles and fourfolds. I wasn't sure about that, so I went for this one, but I could have also done that. But yeah, with that, this is my betting strategy. This is what I'm gonna do. Hope we're gonna get a profit this week again, like last week. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. Please have a great day, and I will see ya.